Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this series of tutorial, we will learn concepts of JavaScript. And today, we are going to see what is functions in JavaScript. So let me tell you one thing, I won't take you much time. This is very short video and let's get started. So to understand the function or the concept of function better, I will give you one real life example. So let's say as a developer, I'm working on a project where my client, grocery shop owner, want to know how much was the profit during Sundays of December month. So let's say there is a month December and in every Sunday, during every Sunday, how much was the profit that owner want to check. So simply what all steps will be involved in that. Everybody can, calculate this by using three common steps. Those are first calculate total selling or total buying, whatever. First total selling, let's say we calculate, then we can calculate total buying next, and then third would be to calculate total profit. So this is something, let's say the owner wants to do, how he will do. So first step he is using the first step, and first step is to calculate total selling during the Sundays. So what is the thing? He will need the data. So he will first check the data of first Sunday, second Sunday, third Sunday, and fourth Sunday. How was the business? So total selling price during every Sunday he will first check, and then what he needs to do? He needs to calculate the total. So let's say we have this data. Let's say first Sunday it was 9,000, second Sunday 4,000, then 6,000, and then 4,000. So we can simply, the owner can simply calculate it, and the sum is 23. Step number 2, total buying price. Again, the same procedure. So again, just need to sum this, and then the total is 9,000. So data of this is the whatever is showing is the data of total. Buying during total buying price during those Sundays. So now if you can see, there's a similarity between first step and second step. We are just, the only difference is that the data is different. If you can see during first Sunday, second Sunday, all that. But the procedure is same to calculate the total. All right. Now let's move to the step number 3. Step number 3 is to calculate profit. And how to calculate profit? By using one formula, that is total selling minus total buying, which is profit. Everybody knows this. Now let's say the owner uses this formula and then he calculated which is now 14,000. So initially the selling price was 23. By step number 2 he got 9,000 as a buying price. Now 23 minus 9,000 is 14,000, and now this is the procedure the owner can use. But as a developer, it is our duty to make this functionality using coding and create a system for grocery shop owner so that he doesn't need to calculate it manually. Whatever steps we mention, same steps we are going to follow in our project. Nothing is different. Okay, this is very simple. Let's get started. Step number 1. So this is the step number 1 which he followed. This is something we are going to utilize by using coding in proper systematic way. So what we will need 4 variables, and then we are going to sum these 4 variables, and then we are going to store the data in total variables. So almost we have 5 variables, 4 variables of these 4 Sundays, and then total variable to calculate total. Now this is something I'm going to show you in this online editor. So this is the online editor, and here we will do the actual coding and we will check how to uh, do this. Okay, so guys, let's just do it. What just happened? Yeah. All right, so let's just check if it is working fine. So welcome, let me welcome to my channel, and if we run this, we should get this, and yes, it is correct. All right, so let's do the step number 1, which we just check right now. So what we are going to need is we are going to need variables for that. So let's say variable for Sunday. First Sunday's data would be, you can name it anything. I'm naming it Sunday 1. So Sunday 1's data was 9,000 if I'm not wrong. Yes, correct. 9,000. Likewise, we will create another three variables, or I can just copy it from here. So there will be four variables. I hope you are clear with variables and everything. If you're not, then you can refer my another tutorial. And then another variable which we will create is the total variable total, which is for now it is 0. And then simple, how to do that? Total is equal to this total last variable which we have created, that is equal to Sunday 1 data, variable Sunday 1 plus Sunday 2 plus Sunday 3 and so on for three variables. 3 and Sunday 4. Okay, this is the actual procedure. If I run it, I don't get anything because I'm not printing this. So let me just print this console.log, and this is the total I'm printing. So I have 23,000, which is correct. So if you remember what we calculated, let's go to that slide. Yeah, so this is the manual calculation. If you can see, total 23,000 we calculated, and this is something we just now calculated using coding. 23,000. If you want to make me this more readable, then I can do that. So total is taking time. I don't know, maybe my internet is slow, but this should print. What's wrong with you? Yeah, total is 23,000, which is correct. Now, so this is what? This is just a coding. Okay. Now, this was the first step. Let's say. Now, second step is what? To calculate buying price. Now, what do you think? We should do the same process again. We should write the same piece of code again, and then we should create another variable for that, because of course we cannot use same variable. So for buying we will create another variable, then another total variable, and then whatever we have written from line number 1 to 9 should we create it again, and the same steps. The steps are identical, as I said. Step number 1 and 2. Should we do it again? No. So we are a coder, and code reusability is something should be our habit. That should be the great coding practices. Okay, so yeah, all right. So what we can do is, this is something we can put inside one function. Okay, what will be the use of that? I'll tell you later. But first, let's just check how the functions work. So for code reusability, or to perform one particular task, function is now coming into the picture. How to do that? So let me tell you, just check from line number 11 what I'm doing. So simply you have to write function, and then whatever name of that function is. So here what the function is doing, the task name, what the task purpose is, it is to calculate sum. So I'm writing that. You can write anything, A, B, C, D, whatever you want to write. Closing, one opening closing bracket, and then the function body. This is the function body, and what we are going to write, whatever we have written from line number 1 to 9, that is something should go inside function's body. So I'll just cut it from here, and inside here I'll write this. Now if I run this, do you think anything is going to print? Why? We are printing it from line number 11, but this is a function, and any function should be called, then only it will run, it will be executed. So how to call that? So if you can say line number 1, whatever is the end part of this function, you can use that, and you can call it from anywhere. You can call it from line number 13 or anywhere. So let's see if I call it now. Now it is working. Total is 23, which is correct. Got it. Now I have to, as I promised, same thing. We are not going to do same thing again for same step. So step number 2 was to calculate buying. So the difference is just that the data is different. The whole procedure is same. So just now I said The only difference is data. Both the steps are same. So, which is why this variables, if you can see, that is something we're going to call from as a parameter of this function. So, Sunday 1. So, this is to get the data of these variables. So, I'm not going to, so whatever is from line number 3 to 6, we're going to remove from here. Why? Because we are calling it, we are getting it from line number 1, Sunday 1, Sunday 2, Sunday 3. These are the variables I have mentioned here, and instead of this, we are going to get the data. So let's see, I'll just show you what I mean to see. So let me just remove this, and now what we have only one variable, which is total inside this function. Okay, now this is my function from line number 1 to 6. That's it to calculate the total of this, total selling, total buying. Now, how to use, how to perform the whole activity properly. If I run this will give me error because there is no data. So from wherever as I said, the first thing which I mentioned, whatever is the end of this function, that is something we're going to call, utilize for call. Okay, so from line number 8, this is something we are going to utilize, but instead of this variable, we are going to pass the data of those variables. So for Sunday 1, what is the data of Sunday 1? It is 9,000 if I'm not wrong. Let's go back and check. Yeah. So for Sunday 1, it is 9,000, then 4,000, 6,000 and 4,000 respectively. 4,000, 6,000 and 4,000. Now we have one separate function to perform, okay, to which will execute and which will give us the data. So now if you can see, I'm passing the data from line number 8 where I'm calculating, and if I run this code, I should get the selling price, which is 23,000, and we got it. Okay, so that's great. Now we have implemented one function and this is the selling price. Now what I said for step number 2 also the procedure is same. Now just by putting one more line, just by calling the function one more time in line number 9, okay, we are going to get buying price also. How to do that? Just simply same thing, whatever we did in line number 8, same thing, just the data of buying we have to put. So whatever is buying is data. What is that data? Let's just take it from here. Okay, so it is 4,000, 2,001 and 2, 4212. So it is 4,000, 2, 1, 2. Now this is the buying data. And now what we should expect? We should expect 9,000 total. Let's see. So first function, line number 8 should give us 23,000 as expected, and line number 9 should give us what? 9,000. So let's see. Let's run it again. Here we go. We got buying price 9,000, which is correct. So now you understood what is the use of this function concept in JavaScript and in any language. So there might be syntax difference, but whole concept is same. So even if you are referring Java or anything, concept of function is this. So if you can see, now we have implemented step number 1 and step number 2 very easily. This is the only thing we need for step number 1 and 2. So from line number 1 to 6, this is the code, this is the procedure which we are using. And since the procedure was same for step number 1 and 2 to calculate selling and price, we have used the same function. Now let's go to step number 3. Step number 3 is to calculate total profit. Now to calculate total profit, as you know, the step is different. This is not similar to first and second. So for this we need to create another function, and in which we are going to use this formula. So let's just do it quickly. So we are now creating another function. So function 2 is to create. All right, so let's create another function. Why? Because as I said, for to calculate profit, the whole procedure, step number 3 is completely different, not similar to step number 1 and 2, which is why we need to create another function. So in any of the project, the whole functionality is created by using multiple functions. So let's create another function for step number 3. What is wrong with this? Yeah. So first thing, as I mentioned, we have to write function and then function's name. Calculate profit. Or you can give any name, and then this open and closing bracket parameter if we need. But now first we'll create the procedure for it, and procedure will be what? What is the step? What is the procedure? Procedure is total selling minus total buying, which is profit. Now total selling and total buying. So this is something we can get from what? From wherever the function is being called. So the parameter we can get it. So let's see, I try to get one variable, take total selling and then total buying. All right, and then here we will get one variable which is profit. Profit is equal to 0 initially, and then profit will become profit is equal to total selling minus total buying. Simple. And let's say we want to print this console.log is to log whatever we want to print. We will print total profit is, or let's say profit is profit. Right, and again we need to call this function. So this end part you can copy here, and instead of total selling I'm sending the data, which is total selling is 23,000 and total buying is 9,000. And let's try to run this. This is taking time. I don't know why. Maybe my internet is slow. Yeah. So total is 23. Then the buying was 9,000 and profit is 14,000 as expected. We got it. So these are the first to follow, to utilize, to execute three steps. We have used two functions. Why? Because I said by using functional reusability. So this was the overall concept of function. I hope it is clear to you how to write a function, why the functions are being used. So to create one project. So this was like, let's say, very basic project, but it was created by using three steps. The whole project, it has three tasks in it. But to create this three tasks, we have used two functions, and the main intention to show you how the function is being utilized in JavaScript. But this is the syntax of JavaScript. You can, the basic idea is same for another language also, like Java and all. So I hope it is clear to you. Thank you very much. Keep watching, keep loving. Thanks.